Where better to be than on the lake?
Have had a fantastic time with this property. You know who has fun on Lake Martin? People who live in Sandy Creek. In a previous episode, we meet Skip Courtney and his dog Dexter, who run the glamping resort, The Destination. So it got us thinking, what else is there to do on Sandy Creek? One of my favorite things about Sandy Creek is the close proximity to Bay Pines Marina.
Hi, I'm Laurie Kennebrew, and this is Baby Girl, Sweet Girl, and we are residents of Jackson's Gap, Lake Martin, so we're gappers. We have been on the lake for over 40 years. I met my husband before we got married. We came down after we were in a horse wreck, of all things, and bought a piece of land and built our own cabin. There is not a slough on this lake that in the last 40 years we have not at least gone down once. This is my swimmer. She jumps off the end of the dock. She does climb the ladder. She has jumped off the boat before. They love to watch the fish. We love to watch the fish. It's a beautiful lake. There is more to see than you could ever imagine on this lake, and it changes constantly, so something new always. I'm Laurie Kennebrew, and this is Sweet Girl, and we're Jackson Gappers on Lake Martin, and we love Lake Martin, and we also know every dog deserves a lake house.
Bay Pines has been around for quite a while, and it has gone through so many notorious, wonderful families around the lake that have owned and operated it. And I really think it is in its heyday right now. It's not just a place to go in and get gas, really making a mark as the best place to go and get pizza, wings, a burger, and have yourself a seat either during summertime or football season at the Daiquiri Bar. It's a must for anyone out on the lake. One major thing about Sandy Creek, and maybe you know this, or maybe you've never even been in Sandy Creek, is a group of barrier islands that you have to kind of weave in and out of to get from the main channel of Lake Martin into Sandy Creek. It is gorgeous, it can be intimidating, and some of the most fun boating on the lake. Once you find your way back into Sandy Creek, you'll find one of the most notorious landmarks of Lake Martin, and that is the Smith Mountain Fire Tower. Whew, it is a hike. Once you hike to the tower, climb up the tower, you will have one of the most bird's eye view of the entire lake.
Okay, my loved Lake Martin friends, I'm Michael Weber with Weber Mortgage. We are a Birmingham-based, Alabama, third-generation, family-owned and operated mortgage brokerage, which means we get to help our clients find the absolute best deal. And we help people all the time buy beautiful lake homes like this. Financing a lake home like this can be a challenge for some people, and for other people it's a breeze. Sometimes you're writing a check and paying cash, and sometimes you just want to carry some debt on that lake home because your financial planner and your tax accountant tell you it makes the most sense for you to have a mortgage deduction. So if you're watching this and you're daydreaming about being at the lake, whether it's a $300,000 entry-level house or a $3 million beautiful setup on Lake Martin, we'd love to help you with that. Just pick up the phone, give us a call. We'll have all the conversations with you from day one to talk to you about how to get ready to be able to finance a property like this if that's what you want to do. I personally have 20 years experience in helping folks buy lake homes. I am a lake home owner myself. I love this environment and I want you to have a part of it as well. So if you need some help or you'd just like to have a conversation with somebody who's been there and is there, please give me a call. Our number is 205-823-6701. You can reach us online at webermortgage.com.
To get to Sandy Creek, you gotta be on the east side of Lake Martin in Dadeville, where so many of some of the best restaurants around the lake are located that are not necessarily on the water. A long time ago, we sat down with Fusion owner's dad to hear how he came about the fantastic menu at Fusion Grill in Dadeville, right outside the entrance to Sandy Creek.
Well, you may wonder where we get these crazy ideas for all these fun segments around Lake Martin. And 3 years in, I have often wondered, will there always be something to talk about? The answer is yes. We're gonna check out a brand new restaurant today called Fusion Grill. Now, who are you and what do you have to do with this place?
Well, I've got very little to do with it, but my name is Charles Kirkland,
Charles.
and Dennis is my youngest son, and we're from Dothan, Alabama. This is a 180-degree turnaround. When that boy was growing up, he ate hamburgers, pizzas, and fried eggs. That was it. I mean, he just wouldn't eat. He opened for the first time last Thursday. Said they were very busy. I don't know how he did last night.
I'm sure very well.
Well, in fact, word of mouth is where he's getting his business.
Well,
So,
ask for Dennis, but you may not get to see him because he is back there slinging some delicious food for Lake Martin, isn't he?
he is.
All right, but I'm glad we got to see you.
We came up and I've got to see him almost 3 minutes. So if that'll give you an idea.
Well, he's
But
doing good. You should be proud.
I'm very proud.